Hello everyone, this is Alex the Blue Man, and after about a month, I'm finally going to show the expanded edition of my DVD and Blu-ray collection. Though keep in mind for two things. Some of these I would later come to regret buying, and fewer of these are not really mine. They belong to my siblings, and they just put them in the shelves for safekeeping. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Okay, need to set up the lights because, like I said in the last video, I'm on a budget. So, here's the first of what is to come of my movie collection. And I started collecting DVDs until 2015 when I finally started collecting Blu-rays. But anyway, here we go. To start off from up here, there's Heroes. I don't know what the show is actually about, I just happen to have it for some reason. It's probably not even mine. Like, I just happened to found it somewhere and just put it in the shelves. And then this complete second season of The Big Bang Theory. Pretty good show. Pretty good comedy, although there are many times where Sheldon Cooper can be quite an annoying idiot at many things other than scientific stuff. And I'm talking about the character. And then there's Frozen, aka one of the banes of my existence. That's my little sisters. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. I don't have the other two. San Andreas, Prometheus, Independence Day, and then Tangled, and then Tarzan. One of my most favorites of the Disney films growing up. And I remember I watched this many times when I was little, mainly on VHS along with Dinosaur. Another good Disney film in my opinion. And then from over here, there's the complete first season of Game of Thrones, even though eventually that show would turn into a pile of garbage by the final season, so I couldn't bring myself to finish it after watching the first two episodes, so. And then there's Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, 2005's King Kong, the DVD copy of Pirates 3, and the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. Which I will say, I really like this box art, showing the mask and then the titles. Also the aesthetic blue. It's probably one reason why I got that set in the first place. Okay, moving on to down below. We have the first season of Smallville, and then X2, and then Thor, which is busted up. And then X-Men First Class, Transformers 3, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which I will say, pretty good finale to the Harry Potter films, in my opinion. Captain America, The First Avenger, probably my most favorite in the pre-Disney MCU movies. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and then Chronicle, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, I don't know why I got that, Wrath of the Titans, The First Avengers, Dark Shadows starring Johnny Depp, The First Amazing Spider-Man, Snow White and the Huntsman, The Dark Knight Rises, on DVD. I bought the same movie twice, except on different platforms. And then there's Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey, the animated, part 2 of the 2-part animated Dark Knight Returns feature film from DC Animation, The Great Gatsby, World War Z, Man of Steel, probably my most favorite movie of 2013, in my opinion. And then Pacific Rim, The Wolverine, The Flashpoint Paradox, another animated DC film, and then Thor, The Dark World. And I'm probably going to get some flack for saying this, but I actually find this a decent film. Like, I find it decent. Don't judge me. Okay, moving on to down here, we have the first 6 seasons of AMC's The Walking Dead on DVD. And if I want to be honest on when I think of the show now, I stopped watching literally at the first 5 minutes of season 10. Like, The show just wasn't the same anymore. Like, it got repetitive, so I decided not to collect the other seasons. So, yeah. Like, if any of you are still fans of this show, then that's fine. It's just that I jumped off the bandwagon and then moved on to other things. So, and then there's the second Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, or Smog. The first Lego movie, surprisingly pretty good stop motion / animated feature. And then there's Captain America 2, one of my favorites among the MCU movies. And then there's Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I will say this. Even though it is one of the weakest Spider-Man movies, like, at least it still has the heart of the character, unlike the first two of the MCU solo trilogy. And then there's Legendary's Godzilla, another decent film, and unlike the 1998 version, this actually respects the Godzilla character, both in look and I think in spirit, in my opinion. And then there's X-Men Days of Future Past, and then there's Transformers 4. After watching last night, I will say they should have stopped at 3 and then continue on with the Bumblebee movie. There's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Hercules starring The Rock himself, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2014 Ninja Turtles, Big Hero 6, and the final Hobbit movie, Battle of the Five Armies, and then 2015 edition style of stuff. I don't know why I said that. And then we have Furious 7, Avengers 2, Mad Max Fury Road, Jurassic World, Inside Out, Ant-Man, Goosebumps, and Hotel Transylvania 2. And then moving on up here, there's the Peanuts movie, Good Dinosaur, Star Wars 7, Kung Fu Panda 3, Deadpool, Zootopia, Batman v Superman, Jungle Book, the remake version, Captain America Civil War, and X-Men Apocalypse, in which I only watched once and then never watched again. I'm guessing it's because it wasn't as good as Days of Future Past or even Logan. And then what I will say about the MCU Captain America trilogy, probably my most favorite trilogy in the MCU. And then down here, Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows, Warcraft, Finding Dory, Legend of Tarzan, Star Trek Beyond, in which I will say I would rather watch this again than go see Ice Age 5. And then Suicide Squad, Pete's Dragon, Kubo and the Two Strings, The Accountant, and Doctor Strange. And that's pretty much all that I have to offer from this side, and then there's still the other side way over there. And here is where I got a little too obsessive. Starting from down here, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and I will say, after watching The Crimes of Grindelwald and seeing the previews for the third movie, Secrets of Dumbledore, they should have just left this as a standalone type of thing. Like, it didn't need to be turned into a multi-parter franchise, prequel franchise to Harry Potter. I will say that. And then we have Moana, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, in which I will say, the only Disney Star Wars film that I can recall which feels the most like Star Wars. Even though, I'm just gonna say this now, I'm not a big fan of Star Wars to begin with. I just saw the ending of Empire Strikes Back on TV when I was little, and it was just like, it doesn't mean I hate it as a franchise. I don't. I can respect it. I'm just not a big fan of it. I was more into dinosaurs and superheroes, like Jurassic Park, and also a bit of Back to the Future. that can be, I'll explain that a little more in a future video. Moving on, there's Sing, the most decent Illumination film, because I don't like the Despicable Me films, mainly because of the Minions. And then there's the Lego Batman movie. There's Logan, Kong Skull Island, the remake of Beauty and the Beast, The Fate of the Furious, Guardians Volume 2, Pirates 5, Wonder Woman. I don't know what was wrong with me. Like, the Fast and Furious movies should have stopped after 7. Guardians 2, while still a decent fun movie, like, wasn't as good as the first Guardians. Like, the villain of Pirates 5 is probably the best part, and Wonder Woman is just ruined for me because someone overpraised it too much, and I was like, my goodness. And then there's Cars 3, Transformers 5, Spider-Man Homecoming, War of the Planet of the Apes, the Lego Ninjago movie, Blade Runner 2049, Thor Ragnarok, the theatrical version of Justice League, Coco, Star Wars The Unnecessary Twists and Turns the movie, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Black Panther, Pacific Rim 2, Ready Player One, Rampage, and Avengers 3 Infinity War. My mind was in a different place back then than it is right now. So, yeah. My opinions of these films changed over time, but I don't have the time to explain them now. So, moving on to the top. Lego Ninjago Show Season 5, and then there's a Blu-ray pack of the first 4 Ninja Turtles. That's actually my brother's. 2015 Cinderella. I don't know about this, though. Like, I have no idea where this came from. The 1960s King Kong vs. Godzilla. Rio. The first Incredibles. The first 3 Toy Stories. And then Lion King. The Blu-ray edition. And here I have the first 4 seasons of My Hero Academia on Blu-ray, plus the 2 Heroes and Heroes Rising movies, and One Punch Man. These 2 animes just jump-started my little obsessions with anime in the first place. And there are still some that I am planning to watch. Also, collect some mangas. Okay, now on to the final segment, starting right here. Solo: A Star Wars Story. Incredibles 2, which, the more I think about it, is an inferior sequel to the original. Like, it's basically the same plot line, just with the roles in reverse. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Mission Impossible Fallout, Christopher Robin. I only went to see this movie because I used to be obsessed with Winnie the Pooh when I was just a little toddler. Then there's Venom, Ralph Breaks the Internet, Into the Spider-Verse, Aquaman, Bumblebee, the second Lego movie, How to Train Your Dragon 3, Dumbo, Shazam, Avengers 4, and then there's 2019's Aladdin, Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is my favorite film of that year. I don't know why, it just is, because I'm a fan of Godzilla. Toy Story 4, Spider-Man Far From Home, Joker, Frozen 2. Another bane of my existence. There's Sonic the Hedgehog, Zack Snyder's The Justice League, which I just watched recently, and it's the superior version than the theatrical version. Godzilla vs. Kong, Mortal Kombat, and Luca. While not the greatest among Pixar standards, like it's just a simple, heartwarming movie. I will give it that. And I mainly bought it for my sister because she loves that movie. Okay, now moving on to up here, starting from the top this time. 2008's The Incredible Hulk, probably my most favorite MCU movie. The Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I've got that. And then here we have the first season of Demon Slayer plus the Mugen Train movie, and I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is actually my brother's Batman vs. the Ninja Turtles, which I haven't watched yet, but I am thinking about it. The complete series of Avatar: The Last Airbender, in which, like, I don't know why I haven't watched the entire show yet. I remember I used to when it was on the air, and now I guess some things don't hold up. To me, at least. Like, if you still love the show, then that's great. I'm glad you still love it. And right here, I skipped this for a reason, which I will explain. We have 1994's The Crow, starring the late Brandon Lee, the son of the late legendary Bruce Lee. The reason why I skipped that purposely is because the more I think about it, he would fit right well into the Avatar universe. Because the more I think about it, both these titles are like two sides of the same coin. And now finally, right here, Free Guy, Venom Let There Be Carnage, and recently, I got the Rush Hour trilogy. Gotta love Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, basically The Rock and Kevin Hart of the early 2000s. Just great, hilarious buddy cop comedies and action films. There are still some Blu-rays out there that I want to buy in the future, like Back to the Future, the extended edition of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and on the anime side, Bleach and Inuyasha. So anyways, now with this video out of the way, I'm just about ready to get back into gaming, starting with Days Gone from 2019. I already have the first video of it ready. Literally all I need to do is upload it, though I'm planning to get Dying Light 2 whenever I have the time. So anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and I hope you all have a great Blu-ray day.